Hey guys, it's Super, and today I'm going to do a video I've been very much so looking forward to, and that is my entire Pokemon collection. Like Entei. My newest edition. So I just kind of got inspired, with yet another thing added to my Pokemon collection, to do a video of my entire Pokemon collection. And I don't know how long this is going to take. None of it's in order. I thought about gathering it all in one spot and then going through each of the things and showing it to you, But I think it's funner to be more of a scavenger hunt and just kind of go all around my room and find all of it. So I don't know how long this video is going to be, guys, but it's going to be an adventure for sure. First of all, of course, we have my newest addition, which is Alphard the Entei, and I love him a lot. A lot. If I ever lose this thing, I'll probably cry. I don't want to lose it. Don't take it away. Over time, I've lost a lot of really precious sentimental Pokemon things, like toys, cards for sure. If you heard about that magical ancient Mew that was so hyped about, I had that for a day, took it to school, and this is the crappiest story in the world. Nobody was around me, not a single soul. I was the first person in the breakfast room. I had the card in my pocket, my hand, around it the entire time because I was, afraid someone would try to take it from me because it was cool looking. And I took my hand out of my pocket for 5 minutes, okay? And there's tile all around me. There's, 2 tables connected together. There's not that much space, and the rest was just, the empty multi-purpose room. And all the kids were still going through the line. And I was standing alone. Nobody was near me at all. Not a person. And when I put my hand back in, a few minutes later, maybe not even a few minutes later, it was gone. Just gone. Nowhere to be seen ever again. So that was a bummer. And yeah, over time I've lost, shirts, toys, cards like that, and it sucks. But I do still have quite the collection, if I do say so myself, so. Oh, and mostly things I've lost are video games. The Pokemon video games, I lose them all. Or they get stolen from me, which I think is more likely, and why my ex-friend is my ex-friend now, because I think that's where lots of my Pokemon things went. I used to have a cute little stuffed Mew. Yeah, it's gone. Let's get started, guys. Another one of my collection you may already be familiar with is my Pikachu backpack that I got. If you're familiar with my ranty vlog, then you know all the story. If you're not, go watch it, and it'll fill you in on how I got this. It's a pretty cool backpack, and it's really soft, and I think it was only $20. Well, I guess this counts, but can you see that Lucario picture? My best friend drew that for me. Thanks, best friend. I can't draw Pokemon for crap, so she did an amazing job if you would like to take another look at that. Isn't it beautiful? I think it's beautiful. So beautiful. Okay, also, in my land of stuffed animals, I have a mini Pika. I don't actually remember what this came with, but it's freaking adorable, isn't it? And then I got my Riolu, and then I kind of sewed its smile into one tiny dot because I didn't want it to smile. I don't know why, but it didn't look good to me, so I sewed the smile away. I feel terrible about that, but I just didn't like the way it looked. And then I have my Buizel that I pierced his eyebrow and colored them in and colored its peach with a silver Sharpie. I don't know what the I don't know what I was thinking. But I did it. Also, I have this really old I'm dropping stuff, apparently not. I have this Blastoise plushie. Tag is dead, but ain't it cute? Blastoise, blast. Pah. This is a pretty cool blanket. I've had this for quite a few years, since 7th grade. An ex-friend from 7th grade gave this to me. But as you can see, it has Pikachu and the 3 original starters, and it's really cool. I think we should do games. Okay. Okay, I'll show you all my Pokemon games. Well, I don't have a case for this one, but I do have Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. Not too far on that. I used to be, but then my game deleted itself, like most of my eyebrow cooperate. Like most of my games tend to do. Like my Harvest Moon deleted itself. PSO deleted itself. I don't know why. My games just hate me. So this is like my game bucket. Also like my random stuff bucket because I don't really have anywhere else to put some of the stuff. Here's that white thing. The case for that. Also, I'll show you guys my neat little collection of Pokemon video things. I've got all these VHS tapes. I got Pokemon Water Blast, which has, it'll tell you which episodes. They normally have like 3 episodes per VHS tape. And this contains Riddle Me This, Volcanic Panic, and Beach Blank Out Blastoise. So says it right there. So that's pretty cool. And like some things. I don't know. Maybe it has 4. I don't know. I also have like the best one ever, which is Pikachu Party. And this is like got the most depressing, one of the most depressing episodes of Pokemon in it. Like ever, and one of the coolest ones. And like, it shows the background of Jesse and James, and I love when they do stuff like that for even the bad guys, where they show like their past and what they used to do, and it shows how in the episode The Bridge Bike Gang, how Jesse and James used to be part of a bike gang, and it also has Ditto's Mysterious Mansion and Pikachu's Goodbye, which is the sad one, and I love this tape. I haven't actually watched these in quite a while, so I have no idea if these actually work. But they seem to be in pretty good condition, like if you can see, so hopefully they work. I'm just too lazy to get my VHS tape. This is another one, and it has the episodes The March of the Executor Squad, The Problem with Paris, and the Song of Jigglypuff. Yes, Jigglypuff likes to doodle on people's faces. The last VHS I have is Pokemon Fashion Victims, and this is where Vulpix comes into the gang. I think Brock gets Vulpix from this breeder chick, or massage chick, I don't even know. I love their, like, poses. That's so cute. Okay, so this contains Pokemon Sensation, Hypno's Nap Time, and Pokemon Fashion Flash. It's pretty great. I love all of these. I haven't watched them in forever, like I said, but, you know, they are grand episodes. Also, I'm borrowing Pokemon Heroes, the movie, on DVD from my friend. I actually have the VHS of this, but, like I said, I don't have a VHS thing, so, I don't know. This is one of my favorite of them, because it's got, like, the new Pokemon, yet it still had Misty in the movie, and Brock, which I loved how they did that. Hold on, where are the other 2? Also, Pokemon 3, the movie. I have that on VHS. I'm actually pretty comfy, like, right here, so I'm just gonna stay right here and show you guys what I just pulled out, the depths of my Pokemon collection. Let's start off with this. This is the Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness guidebook. Pretty neat. I don't know how good of a condition this is in. Seems to be fine enough to where it should have everything in it. I also have a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon guidebook that serves me no purpose because I don't have Blue or Red Mystery Dungeon anymore, because I think I got rid of Mystery Dungeon. I had Blue Mystery Dungeon so I could get Explorers of Sky. Then I have like super old school Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire version guidebook. I love this thing. And then I have like notes for when you like go into that like underwater cavern and that floating town. I don't know. What am I talking about? Then I have and this, like, the newer they are, the better condition they're in, and the less I use them. And I hardly use this one because all it really was like the guidebook. It didn't have very much detail on the decks, which is normally what I need, so I know like when my Pokemon will evolve and what moves they'll use. So I hardly use the Diamond and Pearl, but I used to have Diamond version. I never got Pearl, but I lost Diamond version. Then I got the Pokedex sometime later for the newer ones. Well, wait, no. This is for Diamond and Pearl. Ha, I'm stupid. And I guess this counts for Platinum too. I actually do have Platinum. Wait, that's not good. When I looked at my DS stuff, I didn't see my Platinum version. Oh wait, no. It's alright, guys. It's alright, because I think it's in my other DS. We'll find out if we get to that, and then I'll show it to you. But yeah, I have this Pokedex, and this Pokedex is like, it's a Pokedex, okay? It's a Pokedex. And then I have the Pokedex for Black and White. Oops. Something fell out. It's a card. Who's it from? I don't know. It's from Christmas. Haha. I'll show you some more Pokemon books. I actually have a guidebook in here that I didn't put down there because it's super old. I think it's like the first Pokemon guidebook they probably ever came out with, at least in America. But I have like these stacked in order of like smallest to biggest, so I guess I'll just show them to you in that way. So the first thing on that stack is a little Pokedex thing, complete Pokemon pocket guide, number 1 to 245, Bulbasaur to Suicune. I think it goes further than that. Nope, it's serious. The last one is Suicune. But this has got like a cool, I like this one as opposed to some Pokedexes because it shows like different positions of them. It tells you what's it called? Their special moves, and it gives you a neat little description. I don't know when I got that. Sorry. I'm not going to remember when I got most of this. This is a Pokemon collector's thing for cards and card values, and like Pokemon toys like that. I have that Mew, but it's not in Japanese, it's not shiny. My best friend has that Charizard. So lucky. I always wanted the Charizard. Then I got another like Pokemon handbook thing. This just has the original 150, including Mew and Togepi. So this is a pretty neat little thing. And it's kind of like the same deal as the one I just showed you, except it doesn't show like multiple like angles of the Pokemon. Then we've got another little guide thing, but it's got some random stuff. Like there's some card stuff, there's some guide stuff, there's some things from the show. It's like an assortment of things. Way back when, this was like $11. Ha. The best guide. No posters, no stickers, no interviews, no unreadable text, no irrelevant art, no fluffy backstory, no corporate weasel input. We publish books written by gamers for gamers. Yeah. The funny thing is, they spelled Mew wrong. What? And this is like real old school. This is for red, blue, and like yellow. Mostly red and blue. And then I have an issue of the Beckett Pokemon Thing magazine. It's just got a bunch of cool stuff in it. Just a bunch. I like it. Then I have another one. I wish I had more of these, to be honest. I only have like 2. Then I have 2 issues of the Pokemon little cool series thing. I don't know. This only ran for like a certain amount. I don't think they went past like 10 issues, but I have 1 and 4. I'd like to have them all. Gotta catch 'em all, Pokemon collector's items. I'll get them one day. But this is like really cool. This is like the episode about the Ponyta, and Ash is all trying to ride it in the race thing, and Ponyta doesn't like him at first, but eventually Ponyta like evolves or something. I don't know. Stuff happens. This is like a duo one of Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! I think it starts out with Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, it does. The beginning is Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, hey, look, they're just advertising the Pokemon Heroes thing in there. And last but not least, I have another extremely old school thing, like you can tell because this. And I actually have this game still. It's the Pokemon trading card game. Yeah, they have a game for a game. Is it crazy or what? And this is the guidebook for that. This is like mega old school. I don't even play that game. So there's those guys. What else do I have? Plenty of things. Plenty of things. First I have this little like Snivy thing where it's like one of those, you move it and it's supposed to like bob and move its head. I don't know, it's not working, but it normally does it. I have like a bunch of old school Pokeballs from, just scratched my arm on the corner of my armoire. Not cool. This was my very first Pokeball. Now I can tell it doesn't work anymore. My best friend gave this to me. It was my very first Pokeball, my toy Pokeball. As you can see, the Pokemon will fit down onto that thing. And if I can get my bucket of Pokemon out of here, I'll show you how that works. I'm just going to check and make sure I don't have any Pokemon-related things in here. Oh, wait. Haha. I have a really cool little old-school Game Boy episode thing. This contains 2 episodes of Pokemon, Beach Blanket Blastoise, which I already have in VHS, and Go West Young Meowth, which also is one of my favorite Pokemon episodes because it shows you Meowth's backstory. And like I said, I love hearing backstories, even if it's on the villains, especially the villains, because it doesn't really show you Misty's background or anything. Like, it does, but I don't know. I just feel like it's not as interesting because it shows you how they, like, became good guys, but with Team Rockets, it shows you, like, when they were, like, before they became bad guys, and, like, how they became bad guys, and, like, sometimes life, you can take that turn and end up there. I don't know. It's cool. It's interesting. So here's my trash bucket of Pokemon toys, plastic ones. I'll show you that in a sec. First, I want to show you something in my special things box that I've had for a while. It's part of my Pokemon collection. It's a really cool, really old Pokemon pen. Clearly does not work anymore. But I love this thing. It's really cute. And you can tell like it's old and just brings me back some good memories. And then I got an Electabuzz flip coin thing for the trading card game. Ah, I dropped it. And then I have a Chansey one. I just got a new one from like a plasma thing. It's like got the plasma signal thing, you know. The plasma thing. The P. The P. And then I got this tin that I'll show you in a bit, which I'm not obviously going to show you every single card, but because that would take forever. Okay, so in this tin, I'll show you my very first Pokemon toy, which was this Pikachu. Isn't it adorable? And I lost the tail from this a long time ago. And as you can see, it's got that hole for fitting in one of these Pokeballs very snugly. Again, this is the broken Pokeball, but yeah. I lost the tail down the sink a long time ago when I was like 6, and it was a very tragic event. I actually had some awkward, an awkward occurrence with this Pikachu one day when I was 6 and I was really, you know, I was little. I was going in my closet, and in my closet at the time, my top shelf I had reserved for all my movies, so all my VHS tapes were up there, including my Pokemon once, and I had set this down facing this way to me, so it was facing like away from me. And I went and looked like at something else, and when I looked back, instead of facing like away from me with its back towards me, its face was facing towards me, and I was like, what? How did this, what? It was the most unexplainable thing. I swear to God it happened. I swear. I just don't know how. It was crazy. But yeah, I love this thing. And they used to come with like these cool little chains, and that was why they had this hole in the side so the chain could be fed through, and then it had like a cool little hooky thing so you could like hook it onto your belt and look like a real Pokemon master. I have since lost every single chain that came with them, so I no longer have those. I have a Mudkip, one of those. Also no chain. Mudkip. I'm weird. I have a Manaphy. I used to have a stuffed Manaphy too. But guess what? I lost it. Here's my Riolu with like moving stuff. I don't know. I can never find like Lucario toys. I have one Lucario toy that's like one of these things, and I don't know where I put that. It's somewhere. It's somewhere. I just don't know where. I also have a Squirtle. I used to have a Bulbasaur, and I'm pretty sure I had a Charmander at some point, but I don't know what the freak happened to them. But I still have my Squirtle. Yeah. I have a Skitty. His tail's still attached, thank goodness. I have a Kangaskhan, like, thing. And also this is Ponyta that like moves. Isn't that cool? It also has a little ball somewhere. I don't know where that is. This came with like those weird spinning things, like that spinning game thing that was like a fad, but like as you can see I cut it off of that because like what's the point? I used to have an Absol I was going to cut off and give it to my best friend. I don't know what happened to it. Oh, and yeah, it does actually like stand up, which is pretty cool. I have a McCargill. It's like intense. I like the little plume coming out of it. That was like really cool. I have two Piplups. Here's one of them. This came off of a pencil. I took it off of a pencil because eventually the pencil ran out. Here's my old school Snorlax. His booty. Snorlax. Then I have an old Pikachu. This came with like this cool thing. I don't know how to explain it. It was like this Game Boy looking device, and then you press this part in it, and then this ball shoots out and like would knock over. And I used to have like a bunch of these same Pikachus it came with. I don't know. It was like Pokemon bowling. It was crazy. Here's that ball for the Ponyta. That's pretty cool, right? Then I got my other Piplup, the one that goes in one of those Pokeballs as well. Ah! Dropping! Oh, by the way, I got the Macargo from my best friend. Ah! No! Okay, from my best friend. She got this in, like, New York at a really cool Pokemon store. And she also got this Tyranitar. Holy crap, this is 30 minutes long. Sorry, guys, I'm not done yet. She also got me this Tyranitar, which is awesome. I've always wanted a Tyranitar toy. So pretty and cute. Then I have a Cacturne. I used to have like a Keknia, a Marshtomp, a Zigzagoon. I don't know what happened to those. They're all gone. Then I have a little tiny Pikachu that used to be like part of a little, what's it called? Phone charm. Yeah, that's what those are called. So those are all my Pokemon toys that I still actually have. Yeah, I lost a lot of them over the years, so my collection is down on that, but you know, one day when I have a job of my own and my own money to spend, I'll just fix that. I'll fix that right up. I'll start off this tin, showing you the inside of this tin that I showed you a little bit earlier, with showing you my really cool 24 karat gold plated Pokemon cards. They're pretty cool. First we've got Le Poliwhirl. And they all have like this plastic special casing. And then it'll like have a back thing and a little description. It's freaking awesome. These things are heavy as crap though. If you guys remember, Burger King gave these out and they came inside of these like big Pokeballs. And I lost the little stands that make them stand up, again, a billion years ago. And I've also given some to my friends over time, so I only have 4 out of the 6 that I got left, but I ordered them offline. I didn't get them from Burger King. And I have a Mewtwo. I forgot to show you the back. Dropping everything today. Okay. Forgot to show you the back of those. Hold on while I pick up the top of my tin. Sorry I'm all over the place in this video. But aren't those cool? I'm like trying to show you these without the glare. Here's the Charizard. It's pretty cool. It's like one of my favorite ones. La-di-da. So there are those. And then I have a tin full of my Pokemon cards. I also have like one of those special big card containers that are like this big, and I don't know, it's just filled with a bunch of cards. But yeah, I'm going to show you my Pokemon cards next. I have actually a special card thing, and again, one of the things I've lost over time is these. I used to have a Squirtle one and like, I don't know, another one, and I lost those. I don't know what the freak happened to them, which really pisses me off. Like, where'd they go? And then these are my this is the new card stuff I got the other day, but yeah. The whole bottom drawer of my arm. Ooh, just pinched my finger. Why? Anyways, the whole bottom drawer of my armoire is like just Pokemon stuff, so this is from that drawer. I'm like so exhausted. So I got some pretty awesome cards. And yeah, I have, again, lost cards over the years, but yeah, I still have quite a bit. I like the ones that mean the most to me. I'm still really peeved about the Ancient Mew loss to this day. Like, over a decade later, I'm still traumatized by losing that, but, you know, it's whatever. Okay, so here's that plasma flip coin thingy that came with this, which is neat. These are some of my most specialist things in the little, oh, well, they just ran from me. Come back. They came back. It's okay. So yeah, some of my most special things are in this little side thing. First, I got some mini Pokemon cards. These also came from New York when my friend went there. Got an energy card, a Sharpedo, another energy card, Mantine with the Delta thing, so it's like electric type. Delta, so Nidoqueen's normal type. I got a Viper, and I have an Ekans, a Delta species one. And then I have a Pinsir, which is also Delta species. And then the last one is a Duskull, but I wrote some things on it and made it inappropriate because it was funny, and yeah, so, I also have one of these, like, old school Pokemon hologram things, where if you can see, it shows, like, Charmeleon, Charmander, and Charizard. Isn't that cool? And, like, it'll change down here, too. I think that's awesome. I used to have a bunch more of these. I don't know what happened to them. I know I gave some to my best friend, but I think the majority of them I lost. So I'm going to go in order. I don't know which one of these is more valuable, but I got 3 epic cards that are sealed-ish. This is my prized possession. It is my German Ho-Oh card. Unfortunately, as you can tell, it is definitely not mint condition. The back is pretty messed up, which is a bummer, but I remember when I opened this when I was, again, like 6 years old. I was at my aunt's house, and I was opening a random card pack my parents had gotten from, like, Walmart from me, and I saw this in there, and I just couldn't contain my excitement. I was like, oh, I always think to myself, even though Arceus is supposedly the god of Pokemon, that Ho-Oh is indeed the most rare, like, even if Mew is, like, the beginning of Pokemon and Arceus is the god of Pokemon. Like, I don't care about what the freak any of the Pokemon people say. Ho-Oh will always be, like, the most powerful Pokemon in my mind. I don't know why. It just is. Probably because it was like the first legendary they ever showed and it was in the very first episode, so it just kind of imprinted on me. I just think it's cool. Also, I have this unopened Meowth card. This card is older than me. Mint condition, clearly, because it's still in the packaging. The packaging isn't torn anywhere. So I don't even know. This card is like brand new, and it says it's promo. I don't know what that means still, but it's cool and it's shiny. This card's really old, but yeah, I don't even know how much that was worth back then or how much it is now, but probably a lot. And then I got another unopened thing that came with the Pokemon the first movie. It's holographic, shiny. And again, I don't know how much that's worth, but you know, it's freaking awesome, and they're really special to me. So I'm not gonna waste. Well, I'll show you a bit. These are some of the new cards I got from these. But I have like these really old. I don't know if you remember these, but they're pretty cool. I'll show them to you pretty quick. I'm not really gonna like stay on them too long, so we can get to like my more special cards. Then I got like, and then I have cool things in the back. You just can't see them. But I have quite a few of these. Even have repeats of some of them. And then I have some from the Mewtwo movie. The first movie. The saddest one ever! Why, Ash? I couldn't not cry. It was so sad. And then finally we get the cards. So we got a Dratini, Charmeleon, Sathu, and a Rapidash. Then I got Pikachu, Bulbasaur. Well, I was right, it is King's Con. Wow, I'm challenged. Okay, Porygon, Absol, Primeape, Pikachu, Zangoose. See them all? See them all? Okay, good. It's kind of hard to turn these like this. And then we got Haunter, Whimsicott, Ivysaur, not Bulbasaur, Metagross, Nidoqueen, Aerodactyl, Cyndaquil, and a Dark Marowak. I love the Cyndaquil. Isn't that cool? I like the fire. Pretty cool. Then we got a Kadabra, Gardevoir, a Bayleaf. Is that Bayleaf a Delta species? Yes. This Bayleaf is a Delta species, so it is not its normal type. And then we've got a Dark Muck. It's just in like German or something. Dark Primeape, a Delta species Dratini, so it is grass type, a Japanese Cubone, and a Dark Raticate. I'll tell you if a card is shiny or not, by the way. I don't think we've encountered any of those quite yet. I've got a Japanese Graveler, I think that's a German Dragonair, and then I've got a Japanese Growlithe, a Delta species Cyndaquil, another Dark Dragonair, but it's in English, a Dark Vaporeon, I don't know what language that's in. Oh, it's in English, what do you know? The Dark Flareon, Dunkel's Flamara, I believe that's in German, I'm not sure. And then I've got this is like really cool card, is Japanese Noctowl, and if you can see in the background, the little headlight eyes, there are other Noctowl lurking in the background. I love the artwork for that card, that's why it's in here. Finally, we've encountered a shiny. I think this actually came with Pokemon Channel, which if you guys remember that, it's a GameCube game, it's awesome. And we've got another shiny Plusle, and then I've got a Dark Raichu. Then I've got a shiny Chikorita, where the Claymation Chikorita is the shiny thing. Then I've got a shiny Claymation Slowpoke, where the background is a shiny thing. Then I got a Meowth, and the background is shiny again. Then I have Horsey, where the background is shiny again, and it is also a fire type, because it is Delta species, which is pretty cool. Then I've got a holographic Magnemite, and the background is holographic. I forget what Magnemite came with, but I think it was another movie. I want to say it was like Destiny Deoxys or Pokemon Jirachi Wishmaker. I think it was Destiny Deoxys. I've got a shiny Vaporeon, background shiny, shiny Rotom, and the whole like inside of the card is shiny. And then I got a shiny Blastoise. I think like the background and like water coming out of here is shiny. Then I got an Electivire, background is shiny. Again, these Shroomish things, like, Shroomish. Those came with the Deoxys, as you can tell, because it says EX Deoxys. And it's also got a shiny background. I also have a Quilava, which is adorable. Then I have another Ivysaur where the background is shiny, and the artwork's pretty neat looking. Then I have Regice. It's just plain. It's not shiny. You guys tired of seeing my Pokemon collection yet? Because it's almost been an hour and I'm not done. It's gonna take forever to edit. Got a shiny Vaporeon, background shiny. Japanese Eevee, shiny Manaphy, background is shiny. The card on Luxray is shiny, not the inside illustration. Then the card on Typhlosion is shiny again. The inside of Mew's card, excluding Mew, is shiny, and it is Delta species, so it is Fire type. This came with an Empoleon tin. Pretty much all of this is shiny except for Empoleon and like this part of the card right here where the attacks are. And then I have a Shiftry, which is like dark for some reason instead of grass. I think the background of this card is shiny. It's just very faint. I have a shiny Flaffy where the card is shiny, a Delta species Ampharos where the inside and edges of the card are shiny. I have a Delta species Latias, so it is Fire type, and the inside and edge illustration is shiny. I have a Delta species Flagon, so it is like grass and steel type, as opposed to like its normal bug flying kind of whatever deal it is. And it's shiny as well, same inside and edge shininess. I have a shiny Machamp, and the inside illustration minus Machamp is shiny. And then I have Latias and Latios, which came with Pokemon Heroes, the movie on VHS. Then I have a shiny Meganium, where the outside part of the card is shiny. Don't worry, we're getting towards the end. Then I have a page I forgot to put cards into because I'm challenged. Oh, the challengedness. Let's try that again. Okay. I have a Dragonite EX in its Delta species, so it is grass type. It is shiny on the inside. I have Azelf, shiny on the inside, minus Azelf itself. A Suicune where the inside part is shiny, not Suicune itself. Palkia, which the card part is shiny. Darkrai, where the inside minus Darkrai is shiny. I have a Dark Arbok. I love like the cool, creepy, how they changed this to make it look like a really scary face. I have my shiny Lucario. Lucario itself isn't shiny. And then I have a Suicune Star, where the background is shiny, but not Suicune itself. There's my Mew card. Here Comes Team Rocket is shiny, but it's only the background. Team Rocket and the R are not shiny, but these little tiny bits where you can see the background, right there, those are shiny. Then I have my Japanese Togepi, my Japanese Igglybuff, my Dark Weezing, where the purple smoggy background is shiny, but not Weezing itself. Jirachi came with Jirachi Wishmaker, really old, pretty beaten up, definitely not mint condition. Even has like a creasy fold right here, as you can see that. Background shiny, but not Jirachi. This came with the first movie, background shiny, not Mewtwo itself, pretty mint condition. And then I have Latios, where I think all of this part's shiny? Nope, Latios isn't shiny, but the background is. Getting close to my really favorite cards, guys. Just 3 pages left. Okay, so we've got my Japanese Pikachu. This Aerodactyl is probably one of the coolest cards I own because, as you can see, the writing for the HP and the name Aerodactyl are shiny, and the background is as well. I think that card is amazingly awesome. I've had that Pikachu card since I was like 6, so it's pretty sentimental. This Celebi probably came with the movie Pokemon Forever, but I semi-doubt that. I don't know where it came from. As you can see, there's like part missing, so definitely not valuable at all anymore, but it's still sentimental to me, and it is shiny in the background. This is the new shiny Giratina I own. Unfortunately, it isn't like its land form, which is depressing. But it is Team Plasmas, and I think this is really cool addition because it is shiny, and since it's Team Plasmas, like the whole makeup of the card is different. It has like the plasma insignia thing right here, and then the edges are this really cool bluish color as opposed to the normal yellow, which I thought was really awesome. Then I got my Japanese shiny Flareon, background is shiny. Same thing with Tyranitar, which is definitely one of my more beat up cards, but again, sentimental because my old childhood friends gave this card to me. And then I got my Japanese Clefable. It's in pretty good condition. Again, the background is shiny, but not Clefable itself. Then I got a shiny Nidoking, where the background is shiny again, but not Nidoking himself. Or, yeah, himself. Here we are to my most favorite cards. Like, one of my other most prized position cards is this Entei card, which I've had forever. It's not mint condition, of course, but it's in pretty good condition. I love this card. There is my Zekrom from my Zekrom tin. It's shiny. I like it. Here is another Mewtwo that came with Pokemon the first movie, as you can tell by the little gold shiny branding. The only shiny thing on this card, but it is in really, really, really good condition. This Venusaur is a promo card. It came with the game for the game, the Pokemon card game for the Game Boy. Remember that guidebook I showed you guys? This is what that came with. And so, as you can see, the background is shiny, but not in the Venusaur itself. I love that card. Then I've got some weird cards. If you guys have been around the Pokemon world for a while, you may have, at some point, heard of Pokemon cards. Now, these days, Pokemon cards are extremely rare to find. I admit myself, I don't have a single one left. I don't know what the hell happened to all of them, which is really disappointing. But I used to have several of them, and they are very inappropriate, like, mockeries of the Pokemon card series. And you can only tell they are Pokemon because on the back they will say Pokemon. The coloring is a little bit different. They changed the names. For example, one of the cards I had was a Squirtle. If you can imagine, the Squirtle in the little illustration of the card was taking a wee-wee on, like, carpet or something. I don't know. They're pretty inappropriate at times. But they're pretty rare to come across these days. But I do have these other fake Pokemon cards that are not Pokemon, but they are fake. You can tell they're fake because, just look. What the freak are they calling this Aeron? What is that? No. And then you've got, like, this awkward male Nidoran, or Nidoran male, getting its butt kicked by a Mankey. And then you've got, these are clearly Chimecho, but they're made to look like not Chimecho, and they got this weird name. I'll give you guys a little bit longer to look at these. I think these are the most interesting of this page. Aren't they weird? I think these are a pretty cool addition to my collection. And last but not least, I have the weird Raticate, and then the Nidoqueen, which for some reason is like grass type with like a fire type looking thing. Like, what is this? What is this? And sometimes it'll say like funny things for what they evolved from, and the picture will be kind of weird. And then I've got the Voice King. Like, what? It's an Exploud. And this has got to be my all-time favorite fake Pokemon card, Sableye with a Bulbasaur and a Psyduck. It is pretty suggestive. And I don't even know what to make of the attacks, to be honest. Like, read that. Isn't that ridiculous, guys? It's a basic card. I don't even know. Wait, there was some weird attacks. Like, read how intense this attack is. Megaton Power Absorption. I don't know. I thought these were pretty weird cards. And then this is like the most pointless attack in the whole thing. It does no damage and has no description. Strike Poisonous Needle. So yeah, guys, there's my kind of semi-obscure but very sentimental to me Pokemon card collection. It has definitely almost been an hour now. I don't know how I'm going to edit this down. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I know this is an extremely nerdy video because Pokemon is a nerdy subject. A lot of people think it's childish or whatever, but you know what? I don't care what you guys think because I grew up with Pokemon and I'm never going to grow out of it. I'm 17. If it doesn't happen now, it ain't going to happen. Oh, by the way, guys, I just remembered where my Lucario is. I have it in here, which I'll talk to you about this in just a split second. So, I'll show you guys this cool Pokemon Emerald version case I got for my Pokemon SP. Ha, my Nintendo SP. And unfortunately, this thing, I don't know what happened to the charger, so I can't use it until I get a new charger for it. But it does have this cool little pouch thingy up here to keep some games in, and these are actually little, again, little, those little video things. What the fuck? Okay. More Pokemon episodes. They have 2 on each of them. This one has Playing with Fire and Johto Photo Finish. So you can see. Blaziken looks like it's kicking Charizard's butt. That's not cool. And then we got on this one a hot water battle and for Ho-Oh the Bells Toll, which is again one of my favorites because it shows some of the mystery behind Ho-Oh's legend and the Burn Down Towers and the 3 legendary dogs, which my favorite is clearly Entei, because Entei rules. My favorite type of Pokemon is Ghost type, but I do have this kind of little romance going on with Fire types. I love Fire types. I love Flareon. I love Entei. I like Blaziken. I don't know. There's so many Fire types that I like. Like Litwick. I actually, funny story, technically created Litwick. I did it. It was me. It was me. Give me credit. Yeah. Royalties. I'll open my old DS case up to see for you guys if I have Platinum in here. I'm really hoping I do because I'm going to be really sad if I don't. Because that means I just lost another version and I just started over on Platinum, so I'm going to be really upset. Okay, what do you know, guys? My Platinum version was indeed in this DS. And this thing is pretty cool. It came with a Pikachu and a Togepi. Sadly, the Togepi was like the cutest little thing ever. And guess what? I lost it. Yeah, figures, right? But it's a cool little set here. Came with this Pikachu. I at least still have the Pikachu. It's adorable. So tiny. And then, I dropped you. I'm sorry. Here's my Lucario. Okay, I'm done. I swear. Okay, here's the little play set. You'll probably recognize this part from the special from one of the movie things. This used to have like a tire thing right here that I could put down, and it had like another one right here. Like these come out. There was like a yellow one right here, but you know. Sometimes I lose things, and there's like a bunch of these. Like literally, you can go on Amazon or just anywhere on the internet and just search for these little toy things, and they'll always come with like little Pokemon, and they're freaking adorable. And I think they're only normally like $10-20 per thing. Well, guys, believe it or not, I think that's it. That is every Pokemon item I own. Like everything. I'm just double checking right now. Oh wait, no, one last thing. I've had these Pokemon magnets since I was little, and they're like collectibles. And my dad got them for me when I was like 6, and I've had them all this time. So they're really cool. I don't know. Those are neat, right? I think they're neat. But anyways, yes, thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed my collection. I enjoyed collecting all of it, and I really enjoyed showing you all of it too. So yeah, thank you for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. See you, Space Cowboy.